Pulpus Popol Vuh. Pullamut 1. Poetry from the Black Widow, a snake in the Swan Lake. Orange barters, Chinese prelude. You, O white prince, you came from the white mountains, wrapping snow clouds around your shoulders, breathing snowflakes in and out. You didn't seem to care about the frost. He was your friend, a white blanket for you to fly on. You ate from delicious Chinese dishes, sweetness from the Oriental gardens. My Chinese prince, my careless son, you were always without worry, skating at the Chinese wall, ragdoll, prince of dwarfs. Your father made you tender, your mother made you slender. The tower of the church made you tall, and very fragile are your touches. You touched the head of a bird, a Chinese one, and still there is dripping blood from his forehead. No doctor would believe you, no hand could reach you inside. They are still looking for a final answer. The cornfields behind the house of the baker are still blushing red treasures. 4 shots of a rifle ended your marriage with the black swan. She swam to 4 marauders, but your father, the baker, is baking his cake for another rival. 10 tears were rolling from your face. The Chinese man caught them all and brought them to the forest. He buried them like he would bury his mother and his father. The funeral was in deep silence, visited by 3 jesters. Do you remember your 3 red fishes, your Chinese souvenirs? They still swim in your pockets. They still know their ways to your head. They will see the bullet she forbade people to see. Prince of jaguars, prince of peace, you reached your hands to the stars of lynx. You washed his stars in a reservoir of cold water. One day soon, my son, you will see the sun rising from the north and entering its last shelter. There you will find the black swan, but she can't touch you anymore. You will climb on her back once again, and she will fly with you to a mountain where all the dwarfs gather. Their mouths are like snakes. No one knows the time of attack. It's happening in a flash, and it's leaving in a flash. No one knows what they really take away, and no one knows what they really leave. They are the unfathomable thieves of the universe, committing unfathomable crimes. A killer lemon called Jesus is turning the pages of an old book. The numbers are floating in his mind, and he is breathing fire, spitting ice. I heard a tree screaming, blood on the market tiles. The book was sold for half of the price. 2. Poetry from the Latin buffoon puppet, boys from links, touch of the jellyfish. I only wore your trousers. It was never easy for me to look into the eyes of the grey snake. Your forests were cold. How tall are these legs of the boys from links? They don't seem to touch the ground. They are the waiters in the little hotel of Amsterdam. They are still waiting for the old host, who doesn't seem to show up very often. A gambler entered your house on a horse without breaking a wall. A feast in history. Prince of Domino, hanging on the waves of your mother's dress. Prince of Pears, running through the milk, searching for the exit. All these cities were spoiled by the handicapped nurses of the Big Eye, gathering drunk, drained Saturdays on a Sunday morning. Don't cry when another snake takes you away to its lair. This is how you discover the world. You watched the boys of Lynx, cutting languages, voices, speeches, and foreign accents in their yellow kettles, spreading their beaches over the edges of steam to cover the eyes of the swimming dictionaries, to bring the sirens of the old wasp into sleep. I saw myself wandering through blue seas in a paper boat, without boots, without clothes, only wearing some white stripes, some red roses, and old pages of old books to cover me. My rival was guiding me. Again, I saw the clocks exploding in the fairy tales started all over again. Strange sounds from the south came over me, warming my lungs and my stomach. Wasps zoomed into my head and stung the old thoughts. Books in my mind started to open, spreading their honey, speaking about worlds of forbidden animals and worlds of forbidden flowers and plants. 3. Skull Smasher. Rahut, Dakongo, Tamus, Kushke, Hula, Muande, Carmin, the cross of Skull Smasher, who is above Knum, Sebek, and Yahweh, is the greatest. This, the Lord of Xibalba and the whole of Bayamin, be praised. Glory to his mouth, its opening against the rats of Behemel. Be blessed, Skull Smasher. We are traveling through the halls of Bayamin, through the halls of death. We know what our place is. We stand tall and rise. Be blessed, Skull Smasher. Thou art greater than Knum, Sebek, and Yahweh. For you are the captain. We bow to you, O Captain. Take us into your ship to let us make the journey through your world, through the hall of Bayamin. Yes, we stand tall. When you come back, when you come along, stay with us and show us the way to the paths. The robe of mock we wear, the crown of thorns we bear. Skull Smasher Pantiano, forever we bow down to your throne. You who is captain and lord of the hall of Xibalba is also captain and lord of Bayamin. Be praised, be blessed, Skull Smasher. Skull Master, forever and ever. There is the land of rabbits before us. The land of tigers is near. The land of jaguars will follow us. But we are in your hands. Save us, Skull Smasher. Bring us the words to open your gates, to be in your openings. We enter your softness more and more, and learn of its secrets. You are softening our hearts and souls, and you will bring us to the skull smasher inside.